जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः. So, we will resume our sannyasa classes. There is one shloka you can write down, and what are our niyama? What is something like I have bound myself with a disciplines. How I should conduct myself? What should I do? What shall be my life after sannyasa? Yati is called yati dharma. Aikantyam, aikantyam. ऐकांत्यम ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏಕಾಂತಸ್ಯ ಭಾವಃ. ಐಕಾಂತ್ಯಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯಂಚ ವಿವೇಕಮಾಶ್ರಿತೋ ತಪಃ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ವಿವೇಕಮಾಶ್ರಿತೋ ತಪಃ. विवेकमाश्रितो तपः. वैराग्यमाश्रितं मौनम्. आत्मानुचिन्तनं तथा. वैराग्यमाश्रितं मौनम्. आत्मानुचिन्तनं तथा. ईशावलम्बनादेव जीवितं सततं कृतं. स्वाध्यायेति सप्तधर्मैः नियुक्तं यतिजीवनम्. Life of a sannyasi, life of a sadhu, yatijivanam. What are his duties and responsibilities? As if you are appointed, niyuktam. The life is appointed. When you get an appointment somewhere, what all you have to do, your duties are told. Like that, niyuktam yati jivana. What will be the yati jivana? Aikantyam. He has to be alone in this world. No friends, no companions, no relatives, no friends. All are children of God, and contact with the society is only to serve. Nothing to expect, take, nothing to demand, nothing to ask for. Who will feed my stomach? Who will take care of my health? God, for whom I have renounced everything. So aikantyam. I am living alone, ekanta. Loneliness and living alone are different. Feeling lonely, as if left out. No, you have now grown, expanded. Sannyasa is expansion of consciousness. Your awareness is expanded from small family, from myself, self-centered living. My life, nobody should interfere in my life. I will do like this. This kind of small I am centered in myself. No. My life is for God. My life is for wherever God exists in whatever way. So, at the same time, I am totally insulated. Current is passing. Live wire, all these are live wires, but they are insulated. Current cannot leak out or get grounded, nor anybody can tap it out directly. It is insulated. I am protected, I am insulated, I have complete nirlepata. Nirlepa, how it becomes nirlepata? The property of becoming nirlepa. What is the best example? Space. In space has given room for all things. Fire is there, water is there, Visha is there, Amrita is there. Fire cannot burn it. It is living with it. It is given space, room for all this to exist. It neither instigates it to do. It doesn't instigate. Fire, you burn. No. It is, fire is there, yes. Water is there, yes. Poison is there, yes. Amrita is there, yes. Come. All of you come and stay with me. Stay in me, not even with me. And absolute equanimity. Fire and water, it doesn't know partiality. Same attitude, same thing. What is water? Same thing to equanimity. This is what we find in Vishuddha Chakra. Vishuddha Chakra, when the consciousness raises, absolute equality, absolute nirliptata. No attachment to any things, no participation. Fire you burn, water you wet, no. It will not instigate, its karma also it doesn't take, it cannot harm it also. Fire cannot burn, water cannot wet the space. Like this is the absolute nirliptata. Sannyasi's life will be like that. This is in ekanta. With all things inside, it is in ekanta. Means totally separate from all things, living with it, jani vijana. Living in people, with people, among people, but totally separated from that. Absolute dispassion, absolute non-attachment, nirlepa, aikantyam, and it's a mental attitude to be alone with God. In those days of my just entered pre-university, then in Bangalore near Rajajnagar, we were living in 5th block Rajajnagar. In nearby Mahalakshmipuram layout came little later on, end of 50s and 60s, 1960s. It was a small hillock. Now the two hillocks on which I used to go and stand in the evening, one has become ISKCON temple, and another Hanuman temple. No houses around, nothing, empty space. And few trees, small groups of trees, groves, and then some rare far off houses with farming, vegetables, this, that growing, But people are absolutely unseen almost. Near the hillock, I used to go by cycle, climb up in the evening, nobody around. I alone with God. I used to like that, a kind of feeling used to come like that. Nobody here, come, get down, calling God. That feeling, that awareness, it is a mental attitude. It must slowly become absorbed into us to become our nature. Mental attitudes must become our nature, very nature. So, living alone is not only nirliptata and equanimity, but an attitude in which I feel myself one with God, God and me alone with God. Aikantyam brahmacharyancha. Brahmacharyam is continence. Brahmacharya. That is withdrawal of all senses and with emphasis on sex. The chaitanyik losses, energy loss, physical energy loss is different. This is, I eat food and my energy. I am wasting my energy in playing, doing this one, that one. Unwanted works. Doing, I am wasting the energy. This is different type of energy. Mental energy is there. I spend mental energy. Vak, fighting, dum, shouting. Vak, energy I am spending. Then intellectual energy I am spending. Designing things, this, that. I am spending these are the force. Another is these are all belonging to the external covers. From the bodily energy till the intellectual energy, they belong to Prakriti. There is no personal loss. I gain from outside, I put back in the outside. But my consciousness, I am Chaitanya, I am conscious. This consciousness also drains out. In sex, mainly, it is not physical energy that is getting lost. It is the Chaitanyik energy that is getting lost. This is an important part to note. I become nischetana. Day by day I become nischetana. So, you can immediately identify a person's face from the face, whether he is brahmacharya or not. That he is losing the chetana. He is not away, this actively awake and participating in everything. So that when chetana goes off, similarly drinks, smoking will affect the body. Ganja, afim and all affect the mind. And this one, spirit, what you call alcohol. Alcohol, spirit means Chaitanya, I don't think. This is different spirit. There are three spirits. Chaitanya is called also spirit, and the ghosts are also called spirits. And this also. All the three are spiritual. So, the alcohol affects your consciousness. You become unconscious. The consciousness goes off. There are two types of losing consciousness. One, unable to bear certain things. That is like shocks. Shocks means somebody comes and suddenly tells your grandfather has died. Nobody bothers. Your son has died. Then suddenly they collapse. So somebody got huge jackpot. Hearing it, he died before he can receive it. These are shocks. These also make unconscious. Hitting, suddenly something falls on your head or somewhere. Yeah, because the beyond bearing capacity, it automatically disconnects. Like our not fuse, temperature regulator in our water heaters. Thermostat. When the temperature goes, tatak, it will disconnect automatically. Like that, bearing capacity, if it crosses, it will lose. The same principle is used in anesthesia. Harmlessly does it disconnect. It is called truth syrup. I don't know how that name came. Truth syrup is injected first. He asks you to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and give that truth syrup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over. He is not there. So, this alcohol affects Chaitanya. That's why it's Nishiddha. Smoking is not Nishiddha. Don't start. It is not Nishiddha Karu. Who?
Suitananji Maharaj.
Why smoking is allowed, alcohol is prohibited?
Because this affects the body, that affects Chaitanya. If you become Nischaitana, where will you go? Instead of going to God, you will go to dog. Reverse gear.
Vision, spirit, unconscious people. Around vision, God or something.
No, that is internal consciousness awakens. It puts off the external, because you are just like you sleeping. In case of sleep, two states cannot be experienced at the same time by the jiva. Those who are realized souls, enlightened, total enlightenment, they are witness of the Jagra Swapna Sushupti. But when they also enter into superconscious state, samadhi, these three will disappear. With spiritual awakening, you will be a witness of the dream state also. Spiritual awakening. In Bhava Samadhi and all, the body becomes still and they have gone inside. Inside they are fully awake. They are spiritually awake. They are seeing God and playing with God. We see them standing, that's all. That's why when Radha used to become unconscious with taking the name of Krishna, nobody used to allow to touch her body. Some people will come and rush to take her and put water and all. They used to, no, she will get up by herself. Krishna is playing in that body, don't touch, don't disturb. So inside the play is going on. So it is not unconscious state. Consciousness is hidden, external consciousness lost. Their internal consciousness also is lost.
Some visions to some devotees, they lost the consciousness.
With?
When mother, somebody demanded for her because for the originality of her divine vision. When they show the divine, she showed the divine vision, the people got unconscious.
Unconscious externally. Internally they become awakened, that's why.
Some people, they are not ready for
Such people also. That is, it will get fused. High voltage. 440 has come. Then when they wake up, the scene won't be there. Anyway, so brahmacharyancha, this loss is to be totally stopped, and it must be diverted. It is nature's plan. Remember, it is nature's plan. Self-preservation and preservation of species. All animals, all beings, they have sex. The sex is, the nature is giving some enjoyment to maintain the species. In animals and all, we too see to certain extents. We understand because there is reaction in the body, mind and all which we can perceive. In plants and all, pollination goes on. We don't understand the sexual intercourse is happening. Similarly, when the trees bear fruits, we don't understand that tree is pregnant. But if a woman or some cow or anything pregnant goes means, immediately the attention, it will become something, because we are not able to yet, not learned yet to see divine in it. The moment the purpose is over, it is withdrawn. So here, because it is a nature's plan, consciousness must be, why consciousness should drain out is, it is lighting another lamp, another consciousness, conscious being it is going to bring out. To light one lamp, another lamp is necessary. Chaitanya. So Chaitanya is necessary to that, not only oil and everything is mother's participation to keep the lamp burning. But the seed comes from the father, which contains, the sperm is consciousness enveloped in matter. Egg is matter enveloped in consciousness, or matter pervaded by consciousness. So here the consciousness is participating. So that loss has to be protected and turned it to awaken the higher consciousness. The energy that would drain out, energy means not physical energy, if it goes, go, let it go. Let him do anything in the world, play, this, that. It brings about karma only. In whatever he does in the world, it becomes karma, sukha dukkha only. But here, he loses the consciousness, and there is a limit. There is even for a householder. If he indulges in sex only for the sake of progeny, then it is considered as brahmacharya. He has done his duty to the nature, duty to the thing, with great efforts, with so much of prayers, this, that, vrata, upasa, they get a child. They want to give birth to those souls who are on the verge of getting realization. So, that what a dignified work, action it is. What a great thing it is to give birth to a child. What a divine thing it is. But if it is used for enjoyment, it is a curse. It is neither society, nor the nature, nor their own conscience accepts it. So this loss of energy, spiritual energy is going to get lost. There is a limited energy that can flow. Consciousness is flowing from all the chakras. That's what morning I try to insist on, that what is happening. Each, just like we have in our system we have blood circulation. Heart is there which pumps blood to all parts of our body. There is respiratory system. There is digestive system. There is lymph system, drainage. All these are systems. Nervous system is there, pervading every cell it goes, all these things. Like that, the Chaitanya is flowing. Every cell is conscious. Every cell is conscious. Skin is doing its work. All cells are living cells. Every blood cells, red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, all this entire thing. Body is conscious. My eyes are conscious. My ears are conscious. Every cell is consciously working. It takes the oxygen, goes and gives, takes the carbon dioxide and throws away. How consciously it is. Every cell is working in the body. Where from that consciousness is coming? It is not generated anywhere. Consciousness cannot be generated. Energy can be generated. Food and oxygen. Same. Our engine, motorcycle engine. Combustion goes on. Every cell. Again carbon dioxide exhaust is there. So energy is produced in every cell. Then and there it's produced with the food that you take and oxygen you take. Combustion is there, energy is produced. That energy is sufficient for us. The energy level. But what about consciousness, where it from comes? We're taking some medicine, this, that, and you cannot create consciousness. That consciousness comes from the Brahman, from the Absolute. Constantly the consciousness is flowing in and through the Brahmanda creation. Like that, in us, from the core of our being, the chakras, the Sushumna it's called Nadi, like Rakta Nadi and Naras and all this, like that, the consciousness from the Sushumna flows to the whole body. Every cell, every skin part receives that consciousness. If I do proper pranayama, beautiful life, dharmic life and all, you must see in those days of our childhood and all, our elders, grandfathers and all that, morning getting up, going to the well, taking bath and coming ajja and all, you can see how their life was, how much activity, how much. Now you see how much vegetables they grow. They cannot lift up, at that age you cannot lift the spade. They work with that. This much garden, they take plenty of vegetables, sufficient. They send to the ashrama. Morning 6 o'clock I see, if I go, she is 86, she cannot stand properly, she is dragging the mud. So, where from that aware strength comes? Where from the consciousness? That is from the Sushumna it flows out. Constantly it is flowing. Just like blood is flowing, this also Chaitanya is flowing. To every cell, every cell is getting that consciousness. This consciousness, if I drain it away, it goes off. In no other, except in sex, in no other there is drainage of consciousness, Chaitanya. But in here, if it is turned to higher, I don't want, I want God. The moment he decides, I will brahmacharyam charanti in Bhagavad Gita. What is the shloka? Yadartam brahmacharyam charanti tatye pravakshe. For what cause, for what purpose the brahmacharis observe the brahmacharya? That truth I am going to tell you now. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti tatye pravakshyami. Tatye padam pravakshyami. So, that, what for? I want God, the moment the energy is flowing upward, it is called Urdhvaretas. Urdhvaretas is sexual energy, not suppressor. It is not suppression. Remember, when a thing is converted to a higher purpose, you have got some money which you can eat and drink. Suppose you are using for a higher purpose to feed a person who has not taken food for 4 days. You are serving it for higher purpose. It is not called wastage. Like that, it is not suppression, it is not repression. It is transmutation. Transmutation of sexual energy. When it is called Urdhva, it is going Urdhva Gamana. Then it is, when it Urdhva Gamana, one by one chakras open up. Heart blooms. You will see yourself divine. You see everything divine. You see everyone divine. It goes still higher. These two belongs to Prakriti. These two belong to the divine. The lower three belongs to Jiva. Jiva Tattva, Prakriti Tattva, Shiva Tattva. Here Prakriti's regiments. Here Prakriti is Moola Prakriti, Divine Mother in her own glory, independent of creation. Srishti is not there. She is herself totally. So, this is the main thing. Brahmacharya means I am awakening my higher. I am not suppressing, or I am not hating or disliking. It is nature's plan. It is divine plan. Why should I hate or dislike? But I have no purpose. What are we? Atma kamo vayam. What is the use of prajani? Kim dhanena? And for santana, what do we say in that in Upanishad? What is that word they use? Putreshana. Kim prajabhi, like or something like that. Atma kamo vayam. We are Atma kamas. What we have to go with? Child. If at all I am going to take child, it will be my Krishna. Or my Rama. Tumaka chalat Ramachandra. So, therefore, we leave the lower three chakras entirely and dwell in the heart at all times. Yatishwananji gives still higher ideal. You have to keep your consciousness in the Ajna, even though there is a downward pull. There will be downward pull, yet you have to keep the in Ajna, means in the realm of divine. I tell at least in the heart, where you see divine, be divine and see divine. They are Nirguna Nirakara, il Saguna Sakara. This is Vishnupada, this is Jagadamba. Inner as Chichakti. So, we have to dwell always in the heart. from the beginning, as a volunteer, first time I saw Bhajanji, and till the end, he used to, wherever he walks or wherever he sits or anything, his left hand will be on his chest. Wherever the natural, the hands, exact height is sexual center. If you stand or anything, it is at the exact place. Consciousness, hands represents consciousness. Consciousness works through hands. Shadangas, Hridaya, Shirasa, Bahu, Anganyasa, Karanyasa is done. Anything comes first to hand goes, eyes and hands. Before you can think, hands and eyes, two go. Any sound comes, tongue, already it is there. Eyes go first, then next hand. So, these are working through consciousness. Heart, head, actions, all are directed by consciousness. So, hands are conscious. So, if you keep the hand on the chest, Namaste means I am leaving my animalhood. When we raise our hand, I am leaving animalhood. When I say Namaste to anybody, Namaste, still higher. Namaste means I am not an animal. I am divine. He has come to the heart center already. He is divine and you are divine. I am seeing divine in Ram Ram. So, understand? So I used to see Bhajanji always keeping his hand on this one. Whatever he does, this, that and all, moving about. So that consciousness, he must be here. Thakur says, the lower three centers. All people's consciousness dwells in the lower three centers. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura. Muladhara belongs to yielding to natures, sleep, this, that, alasya, dirgha sutratva and all that, plus excessive kama krodha, uncontrollable. What he will do, you will not understand when he gets angry and all that. All chairs will be powdered. Who stands in the front will go away. You chase and beat. So that kind of this tamasic nature. Getting little displeasure and what is this? And all is all right. Anger, wrath, it is called wrath, not anger also. So, Muladhara belongs to that. When I feel sleepy, I am going to Muladhara. Enjoyments, I want to play, this, that, all types of enjoyments. Swadhisthana, seeking enjoyments. Manipura is clinging to life. Clinging to life. And food. Tasty food. Chips. Potato chips and all that. Chaat masala. Pani puri. And masala dosa. So that is Manipura. Main thing is clinging to life. Three important things. Nature's yielding to nature is Muladhara, Swadhisthana seeking enjoyment, Manipura is clinging to life. Clinging to life is called Abhinivesha in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Abhinivesha. So these three. In that all things come. All kamini kanchana. So as it is seeking enjoyment. All this will, kamini kanchana totally only the lower three. In kamini and kanchana, name, fame, everything. Vitteshana and lokeshana comes under kanchana. You are aspiring for name and fame. So people must do. That tendency to get appreciation, to get love from others and all. That cheap way of living. That comes under kanchana. All that comes under kanchana. So lower three centers belong to kamini. All jivas live in the lower three chakras. And 1 in a million leaves them totally. Bah. Ananda. Here, up to here, there is sukha dukkha and all that. From here begins the ananda. Heart onwards. What a thing it is to renounce the lower three centers. It is sannyasa. So sannyasi will remain always minimum. He may not go to higher centers, but at the heart he can remain and do his duties. We divide our existence into 3 parts: bodily existence, mental existence, psychic, and our deep inside. Almost we can say antaranga or something like, where heart is inward. Body, mind and heart. These 3 sections we keep separately. After sannyasa, especially with brahmacharya, this training begins. Separate your body, keep your body, mind and heart separately. Let body be working in the world. Let mind be repeating the name of God and dwelling at the feet of God. In the heart, feel the divine presence and love intimately. So, when body is working, let the mind be, your link be with God be through mind. When body is working, give your mind to God. When mind is also working, give your heart to God. When mind, because computer working, income tax will come. Day and night you have to sit and dining table and work because accounts and kitchen are same. both places cooking is there. So after cooking you have to go to dining hall. So when your mind, totally mind is involved, then you are giving heart, Saints know. Radha knows. Meera knows what is giving heart. So once the heart is given, you are not there. Your body is working, mind is working. If your heart is given to God, inside, deep inside, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? That constantly search is going on, waiting from within to meet the eternal companion from whom we have separated millions of, but don't know how many, more than the leaves of a tamarind tree. So many lives we don't know. So that when that day will come, Swamiji used to sing one song to Thakur, Kobe hobe, oye din. When will that day dawn in my life, when the love, firmament of love flows. Shri Prem Sanchar. So that inside. So this is what we see in our. We'll go ahead with next thing, no? Vivekam ashrito tapaha. Tapas many people do. Viveka won't be there. It is like upasa, simple. They don't know why they are doing upasa. Today is my upasa, today is upasa. What is upavasa? Upavasa is sitting close to God. That day will be the farthest day. Because they have to prepare many things for upasa.
People wait for Ekadashi.
Even evening classes suspended. Night they don't come for prayer. Because they are Ekadashi. Today is Ekadashi. Lot of preparation goes on. The thing is, whatever is simply available without putting any efforts, take that little and spend the whole day in presence of God, sitting in one solitary place. Upavasa, sitting close to God, upavasa. There are 4 types of upasas. Not what Thakur says, but usually what we see. One is what is done for spiritual evolution as a vrata, upasa. The other is to maintain the energy balance in the body. Third is on medical grounds. Once in a fortnight or a week or a fortnight at least, you change the food pattern entirely. What you are taking daily, don't take. We are taking normally cereals, this, that, vegetables and all. Take which you are not taking any time, like roots, fruits. On that you dwell. Because every cell will be wanting something new. It will be just like new food, change of food. Daily ganji means getting up. So that will be that. It will be every cell. When you take it, they feel energized. What they are not normally getting, that nutrition that they will get, at least once in a fortnight. So it will be like IV for the cells, body cells. They will get rejuvenated. Like showers in the yesterday small rain came. How nice it was for plants and all. All plants were laughing. They were jumping about in that. So like that it will be, cells will be feeling like that. This is Ayurvedic medicinal value. the energy level maintenance. That is, our body cycle is going on. There will be monthly cycles, fortnightly cycles in the body. What happens is the excessive energy, that means the system is so designed that sexual desires come again and again in a cyclic order. There will be low ebb, there will be suddenly high ebb, low ebb. In women it is monthly. In men it is fortnightly. Every fortnight there will be high desire for sexual desires raise up. That happens usually on Amavasya Day and Purnima Day. The energy is going to be shot up to higher levels. Just like moon, full moon, the waves, sea waves, tides come. Like that, in the system also. So 4 days before that, on Ekadashi day, they keep upasa. Minimum, just little water and just. So the energy totally gets, excessive energy is going to create havoc. So totally energy is no pending energy. All are spent up, it will become spent up, or it is stored totally. Not in the in-between transitory activating energy won't be there. This energy is exhausted on the Ekadashi day. What was moving about excess. Whole things calms down. And Amavasya day, Purnima day, when the mad people get excessive madness. Like that, when energy is going to shoot up in the body, it is calm. There is no energy, excessive energy. For balancing this energy, every Ekadashis, and that not only controls but purifies system and purifies the system. It makes the system ready for receiving the spiritual experiences. Thakur used to say, especially for the householders, they have to do Ekadashi as an expiation. What do you call? Getting rid of sin? Atonement, expiation. No? Expiation. Expiation of sins. Getting rid of sins. Knowingly, unknowingly, we will be making sins. And to rejuvenate our system, get ready for a spiritual experience. Whatever we have done during the fortnight, all to wash down. And then get side always two phase it will be working. 2-stroke engine. What happens is Manobuddhyankara Chittana Shivoham Shivoham. One is negative is taken out and positive is given. So in Upvasa, what Thakur says, householders must do Upvasa at least once in Ekadashi day. It will purify them. How does it purify? One is it washes down any acts that is against nature. And it elevates our consciousness and turns it. It may not elevate, but it keeps it turned upward. Whenever I do any sinful act, I enter into darkness, guilt forms. Anything I do against the law of nature, I get guilt. Here I am freed from guilt. Instead of getting it opposite of guilt, I have done something good and great that God can get pleased with me. Medha Devi Jushatam. This Jusha Shabda, Jushatam, is the God getting pleased and blessing you. That one. So, that God getting, I am open to God. See, I have done upasa for your sake. For your sake, I have done upasa. That will make him open up himself to God, expose himself to God, that God's grace I can receive. This is unfurling the mast. God's grace is always flowing. I am holding a bowl. In Kamarpukur, on some Rathotsami day, Gopal, this one, when it happens? Rath day or something in Kamarpur, our Thakur's temple, there will be some worship. Kamarpukur? Ratha will be there in Kamarpukur. I have forgotten, you see.
Full Ratha. Just like Balram Bose house.
Balram goes to
No. Kamarpukur also, still bigger Ratha. Might be 8
Then the Swamis will be there on that, this one and all. All brahmacharis, sadhus, devotees will be standing. From above, they throw that sweet batasa. Each one tries to catch it. They want to catch. Many sadhus will come with the umbrella. They will reverse and catch. You can see, there is no rainy season water. Why they are carrying their umbrella? Then what is it called? Gopal? No, Gopal is khichdi. This is this is called that Gopal. Something is called. It is called the throwing, and he has to catch and eat it. No. That act of throwing and catching is called Gopal throw, like something like that. Then they will catch. Like that, God's grace to catch the Ekadashi. It catches God's grace. So, and another thing is, type of Ekadashi is, my father was doing, I am doing. I don't know why. Rudi, it's called Rudi. It is. ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. That tying cat, it will become tying cat. One Shraddha day, the cat used to disturb. The father started tying that cat to the cot will be there, one of the legs of the cot. Then father died away and his Shraddha has to be done. There is no cat also died away. He has seen his father doing Shraddha. Each Shraddha day is to tie that cat to the. Now he has went in search of cat and requested some people to get one cat to tie it to the leg of the cot. So that is the Rudi. It becomes how Rudi forms. So this is the Rudi that we undergo. Shall we stop here today? So Vivekam Ashrito Tapaha. How that tapas will be there? Vivekam Ashrita. So each is taking lot of time now. We will stop here, and once the vow is taken of sannyasa, even the last moment, a sannyasi while giving sannyasa is asked, even if you desire, go back and enjoy. After taking sannyasa, you should not turn back and see the world again. There is one song, Naava Jalame Chodadi. Will you sing? You can go. Start. Once you have entered, what does it?
जब नाम जल में छोड़ दी तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, जब नाम जल में छोड़ दी तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, दे दी चुनौती सिंधु को, दे दी चुनौती सिंधु को, फिर पार क्या मझधार क्या, जब नाम जल में छोड़ दी तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, जब छोड़ सुख की कामना प्रारंभ कर दी साधना, जब छोड़ सुख की कामना प्रारंभ कर दी साधना, संघर्ष पथ पर बढ़ चले, संघर्ष पथ पर बढ़ चले, फिर फूल क्या अंगार क्या, जब नाम जल में छोड़ दी तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, मरना ही जहाँ वरदान है, प्रिय प्राण तृण समान है, मरना ही जहाँ वरदान है, प्रिय प्राण तृण समान है, रण को किए प्रस्थान है, रण को किए प्रस्थान है, फिर जीत क्या और हार क्या, जब नाम जल में छोड़ दी तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, उड़ना ही विहग काम है, पवनों पर ही विश्राम है, उड़ना ही विहग काम है, पवनों पर ही विश्राम है, आकाश ही निज धाम है, आकाश ही निज धाम है, फिर पास क्या और दूर क्या, जब नाम जल में छोड़ दी तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, संसार का पीली गरल मन को किया सम्मिश्रण, संसार का पीली गरल मन को किया सम्मिश्रण, जब शंकर रूप हो गए, जब शंकर रूप हो जल में छोड़ दी, तूफान में ही मोड़ दी। दीदी चुनौती सिंधु को, दीदी चुनौती सिंधु को, फिर पार क्या मझधार क्या, जब नाव जल में छोड़ दी, तूफान से ही मोड़ दी।
निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पाधृतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामः।